Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Arthur, and today's the day that I've completed my modding project of my Ibanez RGMS7. I can't believe it's been almost a year since I purchased this guitar. And so in this video, I want to talk a little bit about what I've done to this guitar in terms of mods, and also give you some tips and tricks in case you want to veneer and do the same thing to your guitar, because I received so many messages saying, hey man, I want to do the same thing to my axe. So let's get right into it. I'll show you some photos and videos of the final result, as well as some of the videos that I've recorded as I was modding this axe. Starting off with a brand new look and feel and finish. So what used to be just cheap Ibanez glossy black, whatever they call it, finish, it went all the way up to this fantastic veneer, which is American oak veneer, I think. So what I did, I peeled the paint off with a heat gun. A lot of tutorials on YouTube, really easy to do. This is the first time I'm making this thing. And then I glued just a sheet of veneer on top, used Crimson Guitar black stain, whatever they call it, to give this thing a bit of a bursty look on the sides and also here on the back. And then I just oiled it with Crimson Guitar penetrating oil, and then waxed it with, I think it was Borma wax or something, just to make sure that the guitar is protected from moisture and things like that. So that was it, to be honest, and that was really fun to do. I also glued a bit of veneer right here on the headstock. And I think one of the best things that happened to this guitar is the little chunk of the fingerboard that used to be here, and I don't know why the fuck Ibanez does that. It looks hideous, so I just completely filed it down and glued this veneer, and now it looks, God, it looks amazing. And you can also see the nice little logo right here. So I couldn't really figure out how to make the logo so it looks good. I wanted to go for something like gold, but actually once I finished it with oil and wax, I didn't really know what to do. There aren't too many options. So I thought, why not try the laser engraving machine? Which is what I did. And I gotta tell you, this looks beyond amazing. I didn't really know this would look this great. I'll show some photos, but it just looks so damn expensive. And it's so subtle and so good. Man, one of the best things that happened to this guitar. Next up, bridge. So I didn't really like the standard chrome settles. Then I just went to AliExpress and I found these incredible things, these separate pieces. So they sell them in gold or in black or in chrome or silver, if you will. And at first I just bought the black ones. Was it the gold ones? Yeah, so that's what I had in the video where I reskinned the Ibanez was just entirely gold. It didn't look too good. It was like gypsy kind of style. So then I just ordered another set of black ones and I combined them into this. Dude, if that doesn't look like a Skirvescent kind of like vibe for a 3K, I don't know what it looks like then. And this entire thing cost me about $60. Just $60, dude. This is not a price for this beauty. And they're really good. They're really good. The only thing about these bridges is that they come with a little attachment on the bottom, like a little hemorrhoid that you have to file down, which is what I did. And then once they're completely flat, you can just put them right in here. Because I think originally they're meant for kind of carved little cavities there. I don't know, whatever. But they look incredible. I think I used to have something similar in Harley Benton. These are actually Geiger bridges, by the way. Speaking of gold parts, I also bought this pot, little dome, which is gold, but it has this black pearl. And this thing just cost, I think, $8 or maybe even less on AliExpress as well. I installed the hidden little strap lock things here and here. So now, because I don't really like the standard ones because they like poking out. So now they're completely flat, especially that I don't really use the guitar strap. So this is it for the final look, and I can't be happier with how it all turned out. Now, to the not so exciting things. You might actually spotted this on the back. I tried to apply veneer in the back as well, and this is when things went south. So first of all, you can see that here I have this really weird kind of washed out look, which is, and it's a bit glossy as well, which is what happened after I tried to glue it on. I couldn't make it, couldn't make the veneer go on the belly cut. So I just ended up cutting that out and leaving this as mahogany, and this is the oak, the veneer. But the problem is the glue, that the residue that stayed there, it didn't really take the stain well. So it has this inky kind of feel. So I'm not entirely happy with how it went down. So my tip number one, if you want to veneer a guitar, I think it's just best to do the top, but keep the bottom, regular mahogany, whatever body would you have, and you can simply just really sand it down really well and stain it, and then you'll be good to go. So veneer in the back, no. Maybe on the cover for the cavity, probably yeah, but this back thing, nope. Plus, you can see that it spans here as well, where I have the connection, so the kind of the little joint between the mahogany and the veneer. So this is one of the regrets that I have about this mode, but apart from that, it looks amazing. So one little tip that I have. If you look close enough, you can see that the joint between the mahogany and the veneer, in some places it's a little obvious. Right here on the upper horn, and I think maybe some parts here, you can definitely see the little line that goes there. So I don't really know what to do with that, apart from going with some binding or maybe sanding it down to give it some kind of like a line or something that would really separate the veneer from the back, because they don't really look that smooth. But unless, if you just look close enough. Apart from that, looks really amazing, as you can tell. So that's number two, right? Another thing that I wanted to call out, as I was preparing that for oiling and staining, I used some degreaser to make sure that I see all the spots, all the imperfections. And, well, this actually dried the veneer so much that in some spots it just cracked a little, and you can see a bit of a crack here and here. Well, this is no bueno. I can't say that I'm really excited and happy about it, but it is what it is. So again, it's the back side. You can't really see it unless you look at it. Plus, you can always kind of sell this as a vintage look, whatever. I think I have just a similar one somewhere here. Yeah, here under the third string, you can see it's a slight crack, but again, not a big deal at all. So tip number 4 is actually a popular advice among woodworkers, and they say if you think that you've sanded your wood enough, then you're probably just only halfway done. So this is something that I think I regret the most about this build. If you look at the sides here, you can see that it's not entirely perfect. Once I stained it, there are some spots where it doesn't really look that good, because it has little dents and little imperfections that you can really see in the light. Because when it's dark, it looks awesome. If you look at it in the light, it's not that really good looking, but it's something you can live with as well. So a lot of work has been done around the electronics and wiring. So first of all, I ditched the 5-way switch because I don't really like that, and I went for a regular 3-way toggle with a push pot for volume, for master volume. So now in total I have 6 sounds. The clean bridge, single coil bridge, then I have single coils from bridge and neck, single coil neck, and just neck. entirely. So this gives me 6 sounds compared to the original 5 with a 5-way toggle, and this is good, right? So this is minimalistic, really love just one pot, one toggle. But the best thing that happened to this guitar are these 2 bad boys. These are, ladies and gentlemen, ARB puncher pickups, proudly made in Mother Russia. Suka bled. So what I really like about the ARB pickups is the way they bring out the character of the guitar, as well as the crispness and clarity they provide. Because I can play distorted 7-string chords, and I can hear each individual note without this entire thing turning into mumble jumble, like, you know, the original Pups did it. Compared to stock pickups, this is really, they have a lot more character, a lot more clarity, and overall they are so much more powerful without actually that mud and that the stock pickups have. So I'm going to do a full review of these pickups, but right away I can say that this is probably the best thing that happened to the guitar, as they changed the way it plays and sounds completely. So yeah, I'll leave the link in the description if you want to check out ARBs. They are awesome and they don't break the bank. I also ordered a custom-made bone nut, and compared to the stock one, which I think was graphite, this one improved the tuning stability a lot. It's one of the cheapest and easiest mode you can do to your EB or to whatever guitar you have if you have any tuning stability issues. So I would really recommend doing that. The final thing, I installed Luminary Dots on the side of the neck. So how cool is that? So I think this is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed that, and that you are now motivated to do the same thing to your guitar, because I encourage you to do so. It's a fun project, and you can really turn your $600 guitar, even less, into something that looks like a custom shop 2, 3, 4K guitar with a very little budget. Next up, look out for videos with comparison between the punchers and the stock pickups, as well as a full review of ARB puncher pups that I'm gonna do shortly. Later.